So today's topic, there are so many chapters present because you have book 1, book 2. I'm going to start with book 2 today. And the topic is going to be chapter 8. So book 2, the topic is how do organisms reproduce? So this is the topic that we are going to discuss. And first, let me tell you how your textbook has been designed. So in your textbook from chapter 8, what he does is he speaks about what is called as reproduction. If reproduction occurs, what are the types of reproduction? Followed with respect to changes in an organism. Does the organism appear like a parental organism or it changes? Do you have certain variation? If variation is going to occur, what is the cause for it? So that part. Next, genes come into play. Then genes means I'm talking about DNA, genetics, all that concept comes. Followed with respect to one more topic which is called as evolution. So the introduction of 8th chapter, the 1.5 page or nearing to 2 page is actually introduction of 3 chapters together. Okay. So this introduction part, very slowly I'm going to do. But now let us understand the basic content of the topic. Chapter 8, how do organisms reproduce? All the basic parts is what we're going to study. And remember, second PUC, till second PUC, the same topic comes, but much more, little bit advanced concept you're going to study. So this is a foundation for you. So now, all of us who are surviving on this particular planet, we started by something called as birth. There's an end for any kind of life form. Maybe a single cell which is present within our body, when it is formed, it has been told that you need to die within this particular period. For example, you would have heard about RBC, right? Now, RBC has a lifespan. Do you remember in your 9th standard, your teacher would have told there is a lifespan of RBC? What's the lifespan? Anyone? Okay, I'll only say 120 days. Anyway, we'll be studying physiology. There I'm going to explain you. So the lifespan of RBC is 120 days. After 120 days, no matter what, it has to die. So that means if a life is happening, that means there is an end to it. But in between this birth and death, whatever time span we are actually living, that is called as lifespan. So I hope you understood what is called as lifespan. Now, in that lifespan, as we go along, you see what is called as reproduction. So now, see the slide, what it says. Why do organisms reproduce? Can anyone answer? Why do you think organism has to reproduce? Anyone? The answer is on the screen.
For generation.
Okay, so continuing its generation. So now, group of human being is one species. Complete set of dogs, which is called as canines, we call them as one species. If I'm talking about cats, have you seen them? Now, in this movie, which is called Kung Fu Panda, the main character is Po, which is said to be the giant panda. Master of this particular Po is Master Shifu. It is not a squirrel, it is a red panda. And in the villain category, I forgot the character name. Okay, I forgot the character name. Apart from that, there's one more character. For Master Shifu, there's one more elderly person. Who's that? A tortoise. What's his name? Hugo. Now, why did these characters come? Because especially the first one here, the panda, they reproduce very slowly. Now, this particular pandas, whatever are present right now, if we are not going to protect them and give an environment which is a homely environment for them, if they are not going to reproduce, definitely tomorrow they will come into extinct species. So do you see a dinosaur now? No. You only see them in Jurassic Park. Now, why such kind of animals are put? They are not existing. So don't you see that reproduction is very important to maintain that particular species? So reproduction is one of the most important event taking place in an organism life in order to continue its race as well as the species. Now, next time when you tend to watch any animated version of movie, simply don't select the character. There is always a meaning. Believe me, this is one important question with respect to your NEET, that is All India level examination for medicine. So they will ask you all such questions. Okay, back to our topic. You see a GIF file. What is happening to the cells there? Can I say a division is taking place? Do you agree? So now when I say reproduction, our life started with respect to a cell which is called as zygote. That zygote was actually one single cell. Now, what do you think would have happened? The cell started to divide. Divide. Right now, you have trillions and trillions of cells inside your body. Now, due to that cell division, can I say growth is taking place? Can I say growth is taking place? So please understand, reproduction also refers to what is called as growth. Now, in our body, fine, we clearly came to know that reproduction is bringing about what is called as growth. Now, if I'm talking about a bacteria, now let us say your mom prepared a food which you don't like. She has given that plate in your hand and you're eating very slowly. And these bacteria require only 20 minutes to multiply, just 20 minutes. If the food is not good enough for you, I mean, tastefully, and you don't like the food, so what do? You lag. That means you eat very slowly. Let us say there is 100 bacteria in your plate already. After 20 minutes, it has got divided. That is called karyokinesis. Okay. In the second file, after the nucleus got divided, there is splitting up of the cytoplasm. That's called cytokinesis. Even in case of plant cell, procedure is going to be the same. So you can see two nucleus. Now see at the center what's happening. The cell is going to split into two. Now as the cell splits into two, that means cytokinesis also took place. So the major two-step of cell division is what? First, nuclear division. Second, cytoplasmic division. Did you understand?